Hey everybody, we're back again with another podcast, lunaticoutpost.com, biasedpropagandaradio.com. You can check us out at the links below. This is only podcast number 2. Sat down with my brother, my sweet young brother, Josh, who became a heroin addict. Started off with pills, graduated to heroin. Man, he slowly weaned himself off for the most part, and kind of tell his story and how he got into it and how he's hopefully getting out of it, and lots of laughs and jokes along the way. This is not a controlled, organized podcast, question and answer stiff. It's just a loosely organized, I have a couple of pointers and key questions that I wanted to ask. Thank you, people from lunaticoutpost.com, for all your input. So that's pretty much it. Here it goes.
Lean forward slightly. Look straight at the speaker and listen with a sparkle in your eye, as though you might be thinking, gee, this is the most wonderful thing I ever heard in all my life.
I guess what I was getting at with Gordon.
Sorry.
After that, we went inside and I was just high and wasn't really thinking about what I was saying. And I guess I offended Britt and Brian because they were talking about something like wrestling and having something on. And I was like, yeah, y'all's necks are so big, y'all could just and Hulk out of that shit. And they were both and I was like, oh man, what did I say?
There's some big motherfuckers, dude.
I haven't seen them in fucking 100 years, and one of the first things I say is dogging them on their big neck motherfuckers, some abnormality where they got these huge Hulk necks, and they both are just damn,
they couldn't hang their head. They were just hung their shoulders.
Their neck wouldn't move. They were just like a gorilla.
They bend over the waist.
They have to turn like this. They're like,
what's that over there?
You picked up on that in 5 seconds. We've been getting dogged on in school for years.
Maybe our shit really is big.
Yeah, we do gotta have big necks then.
There's just a tube that goes in their ears.
And then they're dogging on me. They were like, you look because I had long hair and the fucking goatee and shit. So I was just not shaving, didn't give a fuck. They were like, you look
this
like
is
Kid
easy.
Rock.
Kid Rock.
We were taking pictures, and I was like, gang signs and shit. And they're like, we're putting that on Facebook. I'm like, don't ever put any of this shit on, please, man, because I don't want to look like that forever on mine.
Forever capsulized little gang sign thing.
Yeah. They're trying to get a job, and they're like,
oh, what the fuck is this?
Kid Rock, are you? What the fuck? Oh man, I don't know. That was felt bad. It was calling them out in their Hulk necks, and Holly just busted out laughing too. And then I was like, oh, I feel like a dick.
What made you say about their Hulk neck?
They were talking about wrestling or something, and Hulk Hogan ripping some shirt open, and I was like, yeah, y'all could do it by just going and tensing your necks up, and
we got little pencil necks.
Because it is just
it's a tube from their fucking laterals to their ears. Just
yeah. It's they're just doing workouts with fucking weights on their forehead or some shit.
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
Hanging shit by their teeth.
Chin ups with
neck ups.
Biting that thing.
Neck pull ups.
Yeah.
Neck pull ups. Oh, fuck.
Neck ups.
You care if I talk to you about heroin and how you got into it and shit?
Nah, it's all good, man. I'll try to tell people I don't know, man, because it's just an innocent thing. How I don't know, man. I could see how people get into it, man. I got a lot more respect for them and shit now.
And to me, it's just alien. I don't. Yeah,
it seemed crazy, dude. Because back, I remember I used to just smoke weed and people would be taking pills, and I'm like, y'all are fucking stupid. And then got into taking pills, and people would be snorting pills, and I'm like, y'all are fucking retarded, man. Just eat them. And then I'd started snorting them, and I'm like, yeah, I was wasting them before, and then Sarah had Opana or something for her back, some real powerful shit, man.
Is it is that an opiate?
Yeah, real fucking powerful. And
Opana,
the first time, She doesn't know what the fuck she was talking about, man. Like, you know, when people are like, yeah, whenever you, like, they've been doing it for a long time, and they're like, so whenever you do this, like, you gotta do this amount to really feel it good, you know, and like,
Her tolerance is way up.
Yeah. So, this shit is potent as hell, and she's like, you should snort a whole one, you know? I would have fucking died if I did, because I was like, I'll do a half of one and see how I feel. And I did a half of one, and I was puking my guts out and about fucking felt like I was gonna die, dude. And like,
Really?
Didn't do anything like that for a while.
What milligrams was it?
20, the little green stop sign
I
shaped ones.
I don't know what a pen is.
Fuck, fine. I think it's 20s.
I know it like oxycodone and
It's like the same thing, pretty much.
And
It's a lot. It's oxymorphine. That's what it is.
oxymorphine.
Yeah,
straight up.
fucking strong as shit.
It's
man.
oxymorphine.
But like, I got a few. She gave me a few at one point in time, man. And I'll tell you what, I took one of those. I was doing landscaping, one of those, and I made one pill last a fucking week, breaking off little pieces. And during that week, I gave my buddy Skipper a piece, his mom a line, and the 4 other guys I was working with lines. And that one pill lasted me a week. That's how fucking potent
And she'd
this
do
shit
one in
was.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and she'd do a whole one at once. And
Jesus
then like,
Christ. So she was deep.
Yeah,
This is our
but-
sister.
Yeah, well, this got to the, like, I wasn't really into opiates back then. I was more into smoking weed, you know, and I'd be selling, like, a lot of weed, dude. Like, I'd sell, like, a pound, like, every night of swag, and, like,
Yeah, I remember
2
you
on
had the
Fridays.
house looking like fucking McDonald's, man. That shit was like, that shit was
knew.
ridiculous, dude.
I was like, I realized it at one point, and I started doing other shit, and, like, I ended up would just break it up, like, front out, like, a quarter, a half pound to different people and send everybody to them, because, like, one day I realized I went to Jungle Rapids and cut my phone off, and I told everyone I was going there, and whenever I cut it back on, I had 250, or I had it on silent, and I had 250 missed calls, and it stopped there, because that's just what my phone could handle, and then I had 117 voicemails and, like, text messages out the ass, so then, like, from then on, I just had to, like, break it up between other people, because I just couldn't handle it.
So you went from
and-
taking pills?
No, well, like, I was selling weed, and, like, once in a while I'd buy a bottle of Percocet or something and take them, and, like, I could take them,
Yeah,
you know, take them and be done with them, and it'd be nothing, you know, it'd be fine.
That's what I did too. I'd smoke weed and some other shit would come around.
Yeah.
I'd fucking experiment with that. And, okay, I'm cool.
But, what started it was, started working at Big D's, you remember? Over there? And,
Like, it was a dank ass. Y'all did some mean fucking cheesesteaks. You were a hell of a cook, dude.
yeah,
You
dude,
did
everyone
those
up there
cheese-
loved me, because I'd, like, take pride in that shit, man, to make it so
you
good.
did gnarly
And,
ass cheesesteaks and like chicken Phillies. Holy fuck!
you remember Kyle, the other guy that worked
with the
there?
big hoops in his ears?
Yeah, and then Derelict,
Derelict,
fucking
yeah.
asshole.
That fuck.
The other guys, like, because the same guys would come in for breakfast and lunch every day.
Dank
and,
fucking breakfast burritos.
yeah, big guys, Big D's breakfast and all that shit, man. I make it good because I'd go in there high every day, just cooking the shit out of some food, slinging it on the grill.
Dude, when you did the jalapenos and shit in it, man, you made some fucking food, dude.
I love that shit, but they'd always tell me, like, they'd, like, because they, like, Pam and Daryl would start drinking at, like, 11 a.m., man, and they'd come in all hungover, and I'd be ended up taking orders, cooking, you know, doing everything almost, and I'd be taking their order, and they're like, they like look over their counter, and they're like, "Is Kyle here, man? That motherfucker! Don't let him touch my fucking food, because he would just slap that shit together, and it'd be all nasty. And he's a nasty motherfucker too. And
Do
like,
the gauges.
Yeah.
He was doing that Moriarty bitch.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it just like he just didn't make their shit
Did you
good.
ever bring that up to her?
What?
Like, you remember Jason?
Nah, I didn't want to blow her spot up. I did bring it up, asked if she knew you, and she was like, I could tell she knew you, but didn't want to say nothing in front of Kyle, which is like, yeah, I remember him, yeah. He told me about high school. And
Yeah, that was a long time ago,
But so like this dude Bobby that used to come in there, he was bringing Pam Percocet and shit, and like I don't know, we were just in there, and like she'd give us some like some days, and then like it got to the point where like I started getting them from him and her, and I'd start doing them like every day, you know, because like I don't know, it took because like I had like
just
bad
eat
like
pills every day.
yeah, like I had just like bad social anxiety, man, and like I didn't like smoking weed before work because it'd make it worse,
Yeah,
you know, and like I just didn't like working the register and talking to people, man, just make me real nervous, and like that just like totally killed it, and I could just talk to people, man, is nothing, having people watch you cook their food and shit, and then like he'd like run out, and I started to feel like shit, you know, because I'd get to the point where I was taking them, and it became a habit, you know what I mean, and then like he stopped getting those. and started getting Opana. And I remember the first day you brought it in there and had them, and I looked at it, I knew what it was, and I was like, man.
Sarah.
I was just looking at it, and I was like, I'm already like feeling like shit whenever I don't have these, and I'm gonna start taking these, and I know where this is gonna go. And I remember looking at it like a photographic memory, looking at that thing in his hand, just knowing what was gonna happen if I took it. And I was like, I just took it from him. But he wanted $20 a piece for them, man. And if you eat them, you know, your weight, that's a fucking, you know, you can't spend that much money eating $20.
You have memories of breaking it up for other people and shit.
Yeah, and just, you know, I was like, I gotta snort it to get my money's worth out of it. So I started snorting them and shit. And then he'd bring them in, and I'd buy like 20 or 40 of them from him whenever he got his
Holy
supply.
shit.
And I'd sell half of them so I can get my half.
They're
for free.
$20 a piece?
$20 a piece.
And you buy 20 of them?
20 or 40 of them, yeah.
But like you sling them just to make up the difference?
Yeah, I'd buy them for $20 and sell them for 40, and I'd get half for free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes sense. And,
Yeah. That's like when
so they'd last me all month, you know, but then like sometimes I'd run out and just feel so bad, but like that was like nothing compared to like feeling bad whenever you're stopping doing heroin, like, you know. But like back then I thought that felt fucking bad, and
no,
so like
I don't know.
alright, but I felt like
I ain't
shit.
judging,
Dude.
I'm saying.
I don't know. There's no way to. No one understands, man. People are like, "Why don't you just stop, man?" There's no way you could explain it to anyone where they would understand unless they do it themselves. Like, you know,
Alright,
it's like
so you went from the Opana.
went from like Percocet to the Opana, and then the Opana. One day I started working for Tim. You remember cleaning hoods and fire suppression system shit.
Hood services?
Yeah, well, it was like intracoastal fire protection.
fire, yeah.
So we'd go service suppression systems. I got all like.
Yeah, you're going all over the state and a couple
all
states.
fucking north, South Carolina, all the way over to Tennessee, up to Georgia and shit. And,
Yeah, you're working your ass
I got
off.
fucking like over 100 hours a week, man. And like the only way I could keep up with that would be doing fucking drugs. You know how it's.
But you wouldn't think opiates, you think meth, you know, or coke or something.
See, but it'd have the opposite effect on me. Like, I'd have that side effect of, like, hyperactivity, like, whenever I did opiates. And, like, everyone else would put them out because they'd do too much. I would do just enough to, like, catch a buzz, and it'd make me, like where I'd work all fucking day, and then on the way home, I'd be stopping and helping people on the side of the road fix their cars and shit, you know what I mean? And then get home and be fucking washing clothes and doing dishes and cleaning my room and shit and just going nonstop. But, one day I went to go get them, man, and they made them uncrushable. You couldn't crush them up anymore.
Why?
Like whatever formula they started doing, because people were, you know, abusing them. So they made them uncrushable, so you couldn't snort them or shoot them or whatever people were doing with them, you know. So like there was like a piece of fucking plastic that like, you can take a hammer and just beat it flat and it wouldn't, you know.
But the active chemical was inside that? Or?
Yeah, you all you could do was eat it and that was it. You couldn't
Your
snort
stomach would
it.
digest it, but
Yeah, that's the only way you could take
That's
it.
weird. I
You-
mean, that's cool, but
you
that's
couldn't
weird.
grind it up and snort it. There's no way you could do it because I tried a bunch of different ways. So I was like, fuck, man. And then I was like, getting like Roxy's and Oxys for a while, but they're just hard to like find and really expensive,
What's
man.
Roxy?
It's like Oxycontin, like generic shit.
Yeah,
It's all like the
Oxycontin.
same shit pretty
I
much.
gotcha.
It was just hard to come by, man. I was snorting that shit for a while and it was just like,
How long's a while, if you don't mind me asking?
like from, I guess it's
Like a year, 6 months?
like maybe like a couple months after I started working for Tim
Yeah.
till well, I started working at Big D's whenever I was like 22,
Yeah,
maybe.
21,
I was
22.
like 23 whenever I stopped working there and started working for Tim. Then like maybe like 24, 25. This is at this point where I was doing the Roxy's and all that shit. And it was just like fucking expensive, man. So hard to get a hold of. And I'd be feeling like shit. And I'd be out of town and couldn't get a hold of my shit. And I'd be up driving feeling like shit. And like coming down just didn't feel fucking good and didn't like it. Wanted to quit. And then like all my other friends were all doing heroin and shit, man. And like I was just like
what's
one
that,
day.
What's that one tall dude?
Keith,
yeah.
Keith. Look up Keith Rudkin. Randall Keith Rudkin. Look
Randall.
that motherfucker up. Yeah,
Hey,
Randall.
little baby.
My name is Randall.
He's
Cute
just,
little baby.
Randall.
he has a special award in shoes because he's got like shoe size like 16 or some crazy shit. 17 is fucking
He's
huge,
tall as shit,
dude. Yeah, he's a big, tall, lanky motherfucker. He'd eat like 10 bowls of cornflakes. Like that's probably why. Like I don't know, but I don't know, man.
So you're working over the road. You're doing Opana. Is that what it's called?
Well, they made them uncrushable, so I couldn't snort them. So I had to find something else to snort to get my fucking money's worth. Because eating them just wouldn't do it for me, and waste my money. So I was trying to get shit to snort because that was my thing at the time.
Well, like what kind of pills were you getting to snort?
Like Oxycontin, anything that I could snort. Oxycontin.
What kind of opiate?
Roxy, Oxys, anything that I could snort that was like high, and like low, like you get like Percocet that are like big with Tylenol in them. You can't really snort those.
Yeah, they've all got like 200 milligrams of fucking acetaminophen or not acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen, yeah.
But you can't really. There's so much to snort, and you can't do it, man. You'd have to get like the real little ones with no Tylenol, or just something like Oxy, something really strong.
Not only that, but you're gonna kill your fucking liver.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't understand that. They'd be eating like handfuls of these pills, man. I'm like, y'all are gonna fucking kill. I mean, I'm snorting pills too, so I can't say nothing. But they're being fucking even dumber than I was, like eating this shit. Like,
you'll murder your goddamn liver with some damn Tylenol or aspirin. I mean, it's just Is Tylenol? What's the difference between Tylenol and aspirin?
Fuck if I know, dude.
Are they different, or are they the same thing?
Seems like the same thing.
Anyhow, they'll fuck your fucking liver up. Anyhow, sorry, I didn't mean to fuck your shit up.
But so like they were all doing heroin and shit, and Keith one day came over, and I was like feeling like shit, and he just showed up one day, cause like we used to hang out like every day, smoking before school and just hanging out and skateboarding and shit, and like came over one day. And, I was like 24, 25.
Your 20s?
I know, I was like 23, 24. I can't remember, man, because I'm 27 now. And last year before, I had to be like 22, 23, 24, somewhere in there. But, because I did end up doing heroin for like, maybe like 2 years and shit. And
so
quit last year.
So you're doing that, snorting, and they come around like, hey, what's up?
They got that shit, and he's about to go get some, and he can tell like I'm feeling bad.
He can heroin.
Yeah, he's about to go get some, and he's like, dude, I can see. He's like, I know what you've been doing and shit, and I see that you feel bad, man. He's like, I can get something that'll help you, but he's like, it's not a road you want to go down. And
did you kind of cue him in, or like?
I mean, he came on me about it. He had been pushing it on me for a while, and then finally it was just the day where I just felt so bad. I was like, yeah, man, like I'm going with you. Let's do it, And I went with them and ended up getting some. Came home, I looked at it for like a couple hours, and I didn't really want to do it, and then like I just felt so bad, and I couldn't sleep. It got to be like 2 in the morning, I had to work the next morning, I couldn't sleep, so I just snorted a little bit, and felt so good, man. Went right to sleep, woke up in the morning, and I was like, hell yeah. Like
powder, or like, how's it come?
Comes in like little wax baggies with powder.
Comes in wax? Oh, like
little... it's like a little, I've never seen them before. They're like little baggies, like little paper wax baggies that are folded up.
The only time I've ever seen heroin ever was that one time that...
Oh, when you found that case, that movie
CD case with all that shit in it.
Yeah.
And I was like... Because I grabbed the CD case, and it was ironic because it was a Wonderland...
John Holmes or something.
Yeah, the Wonderland DVD case, and I opened it up, and I was checking my DVDs before
I was wondering where that went, dude, because I watched the movie and that case disappeared, and I was like, fuck this Jason's movie, man. And like, I felt like a dick. I was glad that you found it, and then whenever you showed me what was in it, I wasn't glad that you found it.
I opened it up, and Ellen was right there next to me, and I opened it up, and there was like 5 or 6 bags in there, and I was like, that's a lot of goddamn drugs.
Yeah, Holly was hiding her shit over there in Jeremy's room because she was like saying that she was like paranoid and OCD, man, and bipolar.
Ellen was like, flush it, and I was like, that's fucking money, dude. Like, that might put somebody in a spot. Like,
yeah, I'm glad he didn't, man, because she would have got fucking pissed off.
Well, not only that, but I don't know if like money was owed or like
someone fronted it to me on selling it and shit.
I was like, I don't know, dude. That's a lot of fucking dope.
I ain't gonna lie, I took that shit and did some of it and then gave the rest back to her. I think it was all empty, actually, for the most part, now I think about it.
But so you went from... I remember you telling me a story once where you were working over the road and a dude was like, hey, man, let's go get some heroin.
Yeah,
like,
this is how it started getting real bad, man, because I was snorting it for a while, and that was working out, man, because it would last me through the week. I was getting paid, like, like $500 to, like, $1,200 a week, man.
Making good fucking money.
Making good money, dude. I'd, like... average like $700-800, I could make that last all week, man, and have money. But then it got to the point where I was spending, like, as soon as I get paid, I just go buy a whole bunch of fucking dope and have it all week, and then have money for hotel rooms and gas too.
I'll just eat cheeseburgers.
But like, yeah, I'd eat hotel room breakfast, you know, and grab as much as I could and take that. And then the places that we cleaned, I'd get food there, and like I'd have enough money to eat and do shit with. I wouldn't be completely broke, but spent a lot of fucking money on that shit, like tens of thousands of dollars on fucking dope and drugs over the past few years. And so I was snorting it, man. And then I'd quit, man. I'd quit for a week, and I was taking some Valium and shit, and like trying to quit, man. And we ended up at this hotel room, a hotel in Durham, I think. It was Durham or Cary. It was
Either one, it's a fucking bad spot.
Yeah, and this dude was just sitting out back, and he turns and looks at me, and both of his eyes look like someone punched him in both of his eyes, but that's just how he always looked. And he was like,
This is the guy I want to talk to.
yeah, the first we pull up, I'm just trying to get in this fucking room and get to sleep, man, because we've been on the road, and like, I gotta work twice as much as these other dudes, and it was just me and Kyle. He's a fuck up. I gotta work, clean hoods at night, and do suppression work during the day, and this shit is like inhuman to fucking do. On top of that, I'm like coming down trying to get over this shit, and like first thing this dude says to me, he's like, "Yo, dude, you know where to get any shit at, man? Blah blah blah, this and that." And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" I was like, "No, man." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Look at my eyes,
And
dude.
like, yeah, he's like, "I just got out of rehab," and like telling me his life story, and I'm like, "I don't even know your fucking name, man. Like, what the fuck?" I was like, "I'm Josh. Like, I'm going to sleep, man." And he came and knocked on our door like 3 different times, and like. Finally, like, Kyle was like, "Dude," he's like, "just let this dude in and let him talk for a minute, man, and just whatever, dude." He's like, "I'm tired of this shit." He's like, "Just let him say what he's got to say, and then let's kick him out." I was like, "All right, man, you gotta let him in." So he let him in. It hasn't anything to do with anything, but he let him in. He comes in. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'll give you $60 to take me to Durham to get my paycheck, and I'll get you high and whatever you want, man, blah, blah." Because we were talking before that, and he was mentioning shit about stuff, and we were talking about heroin and all this shit.
Your choice was.
Yeah. He's like, "I'm about to go get my paycheck and get some Ron, and fucking, I'll give you $60 and gas money, and I'll get you high as shit, you know, if you take me out there." And I was like, "Man, I just quit, dude. I'm trying to stay clean." And he's like, "Please," like begging me. I was like, "I could use the money, man. Just give me $60 and we'll call it even." So I do that, you know, take him out there, get that, and then he gets this shit, and like I was looking at it, and like it was some good shit. Like I could look at it.
You can tell by looking at it.
I could look at it, and like it was like it wasn't like, cause you know how you buy like weed from niggers, and it's like you buy weed from a white guy, and it's in a big bag, and it's a quarter.
Inspect it and
Yeah,
look
it's a quarter in a big sandwich bag. But then you buy weed from niggers, and it's a quarter in a bunch of little fucking mini dime bags, and it only weighs like 5 grams put together. You know what I mean? So like when you buy dope like that, like a bundle is supposed to weigh 1 gram, right? And then it's on all these little wax baggies, and it doesn't end up weighing that. But then whenever he got it in a big bag, and it was like a big chunk, and like I could look at it and tell it looked good. You know, you can't really tell how good it is, but like I smelled it, and it smelled like vinegary, and like that usually means it's pretty good. But then I tasted it, felt fucking puke because it was so bitter, and like I can tell how good it is, like how bitter it is, and like that was damn good. And I was like, after that, I was like, "Yeah, dude, break me out of line, you know, please."
What?
And he's like, "Nah, dude." He's like, "The only way I'm gonna give you any is if you bang it, man."
If you shoot it?
Yeah, is if you bang it, man, because you're wasting it if you snort it. And we were arguing for a while, like the whole drive back. And then finally, I was like, "Fine, dude." I was like, because he was sitting there doing it, and he did some, and he looked like he was feeling pretty good. And I was like, it just, you know, it's right there in front of you.
like you. I want to look like I get punched in the eye.
I want to look like that one day, so give me some. So like he fucking. Let's break off on a side note here. He had just got out of fucking rehab, and somebody had gave him like $500 to get a hotel room and get a job and get his life back on track. But instead of doing that, he gets a hotel room for a night or 2 and spends it all on fucking dope on top of his paycheck. You know, instead of getting his shit back together after just getting out of rehab for 30 days.
Do you remember we tell stories? We'd say, well, no good stories start off like this. Well, we built space shuttles and we went to the moon, but first we did heroin. Like, first we smoked crack. Like, it's just...
I gotta just say, dude, there's a few times where, like, that one time in particular, because I'd be doing these jobs, man, like, I'd be so fucking high, and, like, this is the only way I could stay awake, and, like, I wouldn't be nodding out like them, but I'd be fucking ripped, like, doing these suppression systems that are supposed to put out fires and save people's lives and shit, and I'm, like, doing this shit, and, like, one day, I'm here on the news, on the radio, that a Longhorn burnt down in fucking, like, Hickory, and I'm, like, I just did that one like the other week, like holy shit.
And I'm doped up.
And
like,
I'm all fucking high and shit. I'm like, oh my god. I'm heading back to the shop and I'm like,
alright, so this dude's like, you're only gonna get it if you fucking bang it.
yeah.
Some words you used.
So bang it in back on track. So we're sitting there and talking about it and like I'm like, all right, just do it to me. And we're driving, right?
Do
and
it to me? Did he like put his own needle in you?
No, I made him get a fresh one because he did one and then he like sucked up some blood and then tried to squirt that in a fucking spoon and suck it up and do it to me. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I was like, look at you, man. What the fuck do you got? Like, don't do that to me.
Was he just like a fresh thing of needles or what?
Yeah, he had like a whole bag of fresh needles because he
Like
got me to
Sarah,
stop at CVS
like
and
Sarah,
get him some. Yeah, and
Sarah's diabetic. She always had needles.
he just walked in. I don't know why the fuck they sold it to him, but he ended up getting them somehow.
I'm
Because I
diabetic,
wouldn't.
nigga.
I got punched in both my eyes. I need some fucking painkillers in my
Give me some
head.
needles, I'm punched.
Yeah, but
he had fresh needles, like legit.
yeah, and so like, he's like, I don't know what your tolerance is. I'm like, dude, I got a fucking massive tolerance because at that point I was snorting like a half or a whole Opana at a time before I started doing.
When the half of a pan made you puke, you almost died.
Before, way back then. I was
Like
at that
3
point
years
now.
prior to?
Yeah, I'd worked up to that, and
Holy fuck, man.
so like, then I'm like, just do it to me. And we're driving. I was like, I can handle it, dude. I was like, I've never taken enough to where like I've nodded out or like passed out or OD'd or anything. I was like, I can handle whatever the fuck you're gonna give me. And he's like, nah, banging it's way different, this and that. And he like kept giving. He gave me one, and I barely felt it. He did it, and I'm driving on the
How'd you feel?
interstate.
Like it was immediate. Like I think in the vein.
Well,
it'd be immediate.
like whenever he did it to me, he wasn't giving me a lot. He was being stingy with it. Right. So like
He's
he
a fucking
just,
druggie.
yeah, I could barely feel it, and I could tell it would feel really good if he gave me a lot. Right. So like he was doing that. We get back to the hotel room, and he gave me like a couple more, and like he shot up like
was
10,
he
12
putting
times.
in you?
Yeah,
Like,
he did it for me while I was fucking driving
Oh,
like an
okay.
idiot, but I just wanted to get high because I felt so bad, and I didn't really. I'd pull over if I was in a fucking wreck or something,
Right.
But so we get back to the hotel room, and like how you do it though is you do like one big shot, and and you feel good because it's like I don't know if you ever taken pain pills or smoked weed. Like the first time you do it in the day, it feels good.
I mean, fucking brother, have you ever taken pills or smoking weed?
Yeah, but so
Never shot anything though. Never put a needle in my arm.
I don't blame you, man. But every like time after that is just it ain't gonna feel as good until you go to sleep and wake up, and that first time in the day feels good, or the first time you do it. So you want to do like a big amount to feel good, and
Like
it
a
ain't-
big bong hit in the morning.
Yeah, it feels good, but then like afterward, after you take another one, it isn't the same
Yeah.
thing. And he was doing it like all dumb as shit. He was
pussy
doing like
floating around.
12 shots in like an hour, like little shots, and he ended up passing out and shit. And I was like, whatever. Went back to our hotel room. I wasn't even all that high. I just felt like better.
But your arm's all stabbed up.
Yeah, my arm's all stabbed up because he sticks it in and he's like doesn't take it back out. He's just like shoving it around in there. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So like
I'm no nurse.
So,
Just
like-
stabbing and shit.
we ended up like having some trouble with the equipment and shit, and like long story short, we ended up having to go back to the shop. Then like the next day, we ended up going back to the shop, and I told Holly, I was like, look, man, just go grab me a fucking bundle from Charlie, and I'll pay you back whenever I get back to
So you already know the dude?
this dude back in town that used to get shit. This whole other fucking story, I'll tell you in a second. This shit is fucking hilarious, dude. I'll tell you this shit after this. But
So you know what dude automatically is like,
back in town,
this shit, this shit, give me some more of this shit.
Well,
So you already know people?
I knew a dude back in town that I was getting stuff from because I met him through. I'll tell you how I met him, but I knew a guy back in town where we were getting shit from before this. But I was snorting it and shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
Keith was a fucking piece of shit, and I didn't like going through him.
A big tall dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met a couple other people, but this one guy was our guy. We'd go through, Creekwood and Turnkey
projects.
and shit.
Turnkey,
yeah, he's in there.
Gervais.
Off of Martin Luther King Drive.
MLK.
Yeah.
Every time off of MLK.
Yeah, and
Nesby Court.
he was
all
like
that shit.
right off of it, so I didn't feel bad going in there. But back on track, like I'll tell Holly to get a bun and have it ready for us whenever we get back in town. So, and I took a couple rigs. That's what we call them, rigs.
What's a rig?
A needle.
A needle full of a shot?
Just a
like
needle, clean needle.
Is a
Just
shot?
call
is
it a
that-
rig.
Is shot the right word? Is that?
Yeah, I don't know, whatever you're gonna call it. We'll just call them rigs, or give me a shot, or
Give me a hit.
hit. Yeah, I just.
What's the
usually-
word? What's the word for like a proper dose to get you going? A hit.
I don't
I heard
know,
it on
dude.
movies. It's called a hit.
I just say, give me some. I'm gonna do some.
Get some shit.
I'm gonna do some shit. Yeah, that's all I ever say.
Shit.
I'm about to do some shit.
You want that shit? Give me
Like,
some
hurry
shit.
up! I'm gonna do some of that shit. I never really call it anything.
Put this
but,
dookie in my veins, son.
put this soup in my veins. But,
Soup.
Fucking some of that shit looks pretty nasty. I gotta say that, just off topic, like the best shit I ever got was in Durham, and I got it
In
like,
Cracktown of North Carolina.
Yeah, we were just happened to be at a gas station, and these two black dudes come up to us asking if we want to buy some Coke. And like Kyle, the Gage dude, he left Big D's and went to work at Tim's with me doing the fire suppression shit. And he liked doing Coke. I didn't like Coke. And he was like, yeah. So I'm like, well, I was like, actually, dude, like, can y'all get some Bud and some Ron or some pills, dude? And they were like, maybe, So they ended up getting it and coming over, dude, and like. That was the best shit I have ever done in my life. Like, they gave it to me and I smelled it.
Ron?
Ron, heroin, Ron. Let's call it. Where's Ron at?
Yeah.
And so,
Where's Mary?
yeah. But I smelled it and it smelled like vinegar, and I didn't know at the time like vinegar is what they do whatever with the
Cut
fucking
Process it?
process it and shit. And I smelled it and I was like, what'd y'all have this on your balls and you haven't showered in a week or some shit? I was like, what the fuck?
My balls have never smelled like vinegar. I don't know.
I was scared to do it. I was all heating it up and shit, trying to boil it for a while to kill all the ball germs and shit. But I did it, and I called him back. I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, give me some more of that, man. Let me get your number, and or let me save your number and save mine. And I'd hit him up whenever I was up there.
I'm
But,
gonna kill Ron's ball germs.
Back on track, like, I had Holly meet us whenever we got back to town. Like, after that black-eyed kid shit happened, and we go back to town. Holly was waiting at down by, like, I can't remember, down at some McDonald's. Ended up meeting her at McDonald's, and I had a fresh needle in my pocket, and like she meets me.
What?
Needle,
Oh, yeah.
rig, whatever. And like Kyle, he was in the car. I got my bundle from her, and I threw him to get paid her for it. And like he didn't know I was gonna go shoot it, and she didn't know either. And she hugged me and felt something in my pocket, and like pulled out the needle, and I was like, fuck. Cause like I didn't want. She was always like behind what I was doing and thinking what I was doing was crazy. But then she ended up doing it. Yeah, but she ended up doing it, and feel bad because I kind of let her into a lot of that stuff.
Really?
Man.
I thought it was the other way around. I don't know why.
I did, man.
Sorry,
She would ended up doing it, but she felt safer doing it with me.
So she saw the needle in your pocket
and like pulled it out, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Oh yeah, this kid in the hotel room left it in there. I forgot to throw it away." I was like, "I'm about to go in here. I'm gonna throw it away," and she just like. She not thinking was just like, I mean, I would have been like, why the fuck wouldn't you have thrown it away by now? I didn't know what to say. They just caught me on the spot, and I was like, fuck, saying some stupid shit. I'm just trying to get past her to get in the fucking bathroom. Yeah,
fucking junky shit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fucking say some bullshit so I can get past her and get in the bathroom and get high. And dude, I get in that fucking McDonald's bathroom and put like a good bit of dope in the spoon for the first time, man, and suck that shit
You literally
up.
cook it in a spoon, like what you see on a movie.
Actually, the first time I did it, I had a soda can and did it in the bottom of a soda can. If you turned a beer can upside down, I was in the McDonald's bathroom. There's little kids out there taking a piss, and I'm fucking in there like a dope head, putting heroin in the bottom of a fucking soda can.
Did you feel like a dirtbag?
Yeah, I'm sitting in a McDonald's. That's not even like going to like fast food
I'm not
restaurant.
trying to bash you, dude. I'm just
No,
talking.
yeah, dude, I felt like a fucking dirtbag, man. But like, you gotta have it, dude. Like, it's more. You need that more than sleep or food or water or anything, man. Like,
Fuck air. I want heroin.
Fuck everything, dude. Like, you just need that.
I don't need
like,
my relationship with my woman.
and it
I
don't
want
matter.
heroin.
Like, your subconscious, like.
Is that how it feels?
Yeah, dude. Like, any choice that you make is based on your subconscious. You know what I mean? Like. All your preferences and everything is already made up through your subconscious. Your mind's made up, that's what you're gonna do. Whenever you start doing dope, your subconscious will justify fucking anything to get that dope. And
Your subconscious will justify anything to get it.
Like, if that makes sense to you.
I've never thought about
It will, man. Like, you'll think you'll justify anything.
My dick fell off. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know how to explain it, man. But like, that's as good as way as I can put it. But like,
Your subconscious will justify anything. Your body will trick itself. I gotta get.
it'll be like you'll start trying to talk yourself out of it, and you're like, well, I can do this and do this later, and I'll do that, and it'll be okay. And then yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm doing it now. You're already made up your mind before the shit fucking happened, and you're thinking about it.
Events,
yeah.
fuck it, I'm doing heroin. Like,
What, dude? I'm in that bathroom. I put that shit in there, dude, and I stuck it up. Put a belt, this belt right here.
the very belt you're wearing right now.
The very belt. This is what I've used. I still got the first spoon I ever used. I took from the
Right now?
Carolina, not on me, but at the house I still got it. To remember.
Are you still fucking with that shit?
Nah. But Carolina Ale House in Fayetteville, needed a spoon, went back in their kitchen and took a fucking spoon off their measuring spoon thing, and I still got that same one at the house from when I first did it. But I'm sitting in this bathroom, keep getting off topic, sitting in this bathroom, dude, and suck that shit up, dude, wrap my arm up, do it, and oh my god, man, like, it was like, whenever you've had sex for the first time, times like a fucking billion. Like, I don't know how to explain it, dude. Like, all that dopamine, everything coming out of your brain, just like, I just sat in that bathroom for like a good 5 minutes, just smoked a cigarette right there in the bathroom, just feeling so good. And I get up and I'm walking out, and like, I just got the biggest smile on my face, dude, and feeling so good walking past. All these people are staring at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm just like so happy, dude. We get back to the shop, and Tim's bitching us out about some shit that happened, and I don't even care. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I'm about it. This feels so fucking good, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm about to get home and get super high and play some Xbox and fucking chill for the rest of the weekend. I don't give a fuck. And then that's how that started happening, and I just started fucking banging it. And then, like, you know.
How old were you then?
It's probably like, what am I, 27 now? Quit last year, like 26. Probably like 23, 24.
Well, I mean, obviously you're not doing it now.
23,
When's the last time you
24.
put a needle in your arm?
Like February, maybe? Oh, put a needle. Well, last time I did heroin was back in like February.
February of
This
14?
past year. Wait, what is today? What, September? The earliest. I quit last, like, October, whenever me and Holly broke up.
So like
Before that, like a month or two before that, I'd quit and was kind of quitting, relapsing, and then we broke up for good. And I'd like quit and then like did it a couple times and then quit and didn't do it for a while. And then like once or twice, like January, February, I did some.
I mean,
and that was it.
I'm not trying to talk shit,
And
but like I can't tell if you do it once or twice. I can't tell. But if you're fucking doing heroin, you look like shit, dude. You look like pure T fucking shit.
Like what? Looks
Like
bad?
you look terrible, man. Like it was obvious as fuck. You
Well,
doing some
yeah.
drugs. Like
Yeah, because I was working for Tim and not getting any fucking sleep, not eating, man. I didn't give a fuck.
No. Like I pulled 100-hour fucking weeks. I didn't look like that.
Well, and the drugs too,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the drugs too. But I can see it in the mirror, dude. Like right now, I feel like I fucking kind of look like that. Like my eyes are getting a little dark because I've been staying up so late every fucking night working this
You
week
Josh,
and shit.
man,
But
I
nothing
mean,
like
you
how I
look-
used to look,
you
man.
look
I was
like
skinny
shit,
as
dude.
fuck.
You look like shit, man. And I walked in.
I've seen pictures of myself, man, back then,
Dude,
and like I look bad,
man, that
dude.
was so bad, and nobody wanted to say anything. Like mom and dad, you just,
I wish they would have, man. They didn't give a fuck, man.
what I say. I walked in, and
I know, dude. I remember that day like it was yesterday, man. Holly's like passed out in the bed, and I'm doing some, and you walk in. I had the door locked, and you busted in, and I was like, you walked out, and I was like, fuck, son of a fucking motherfucker.
it wasn't locked.
I don't know. Maybe I forgot to lock it.
You know how
'cause
you
I was
gotta
high.
pick up on the door?
Yeah.
That's what I did. I like knocked, and you're like, hey. You said something. I was like, okay. I opened it up, and I was like, I didn't know. I was so pissed at you. I wanted to hit you. I wanted to barf. I felt like I walked in on somebody using the bathroom.
I didn't ever want. I wanted to stop, dude, the whole time, but you
I
can't, man.
I wanted to cry. I wanted to puke.
It's like asking someone to
I
stop
wanted to
eating
kick your
food or
ass.
something.
It was like,
It's like if I were to tell you, like, you got to stop drinking water and eating food today, man. You can't do it for the rest of your life. Like, you got to stop.
This shit was fucking heartbreaking, dude. Seeing that, like my little brother, dude. You're 7 years younger than me, and walking in and seeing that shit. I mean, I've done some stupid shit, dude. I've done a lot of stupid fucking shit.
But you see how like that shit led up to it, man. It wasn't like I just picked up a needle one day and was like, I'm gonna start shooting heroin.
Yeah, I'm not judging you at all.
I mean, dude, judge me, man. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm not judging you. That shit. I don't know. You know, I didn't live that life. I didn't do all that.
It's just the people. I don't know. Just a crazy string of events, man, led up to that shit. Blame myself. I can only blame myself for it, but you know, other people, you know, have influence on you on that too.
Yeah,
you know, but
sure.
it's my choices.
Well, when you have like, if you're, I mean, you're close as shit with Holly, and y'all are doing it together, and
yeah, it's a lot easier when you got somebody to fucking do it with. You know,
I mean, both y'all feed on each other's energy of doing it, so I get that. I understand that.
And it got real bad whenever she started asking her, because her dad was rich, and started asking him for money, and like she would be spending like $300 like every other day on that shit, man. That's when it got like really bad. Like
$300.
$300, $320 every other day, almost sometimes every day. We'd get a clip because we met this new dude where we could get it cheap. We get 5 bundles, which is 50 bags. We split 25 a piece and do it in a fucking day.
50 bags.
50 little wax baggies, and I got to the point, because at first I could snort one bag like 3 times, and then I got to the point where I'd be like shooting up like 5 at a time, and I'd save like a little bit.
You shoot 5 bags at a time? Like one bag would black me on my dick, right? Like
a quarter of a bag would knock you on your dick if you don't do opiates.
Yeah, you know.
Half a bag, maybe half quarter, I don't know, but it depends on how good it is.
I only drink beer and eat mushrooms. I don't even smoke weed.
But,
so.
like I've seen some really good shit where I could do like 2, but like for the most part, usually like 5. I could do fucking 10 though, and
but you could tell by looking at it, like, okay, I can only do like a bag and a half.
I'd really have to taste it, really, but you really don't actually know until you do it. Like you can kind of taste it. You can taste it and get an idea of how good it is.
You said it smells vinegary, and you're like,
yeah, if it's vinegary, it's gonna be good 99% of the time, in my opinion, of what I've seen. And if it's like really bitter, because there's a difference between like cut pill bitter and heroin bitter, and I could taste it, and like if it's really like bitter, like I can taste it and you're like, that's fucking good, but like you really don't know until you do it, so it's like you're fucking rolling the dice, you know.
As far as like shooting a hot one, just checking out, or
yeah, I mean, you know, I'll just do 5, because I could do more than 5. I could probably do 10 of the average shit and be fine. You know what I mean? But like 5 is what I do, and because I don't want to be nodding out and drooling on myself like Holly, like she would do. Like I'd always do it, and I could keep my composure and talk and function and drive, and she would be wrecking her fucking cars. She wrecked 3 fucking cars, broke 7 mirrors off her car, totaled 2 cars.
Maybe in comparison, you were keeping your shit together.
Relatively.
But like in over here, nah, you weren't keeping your shit together, dude.
Yeah.
You're donezo.
Yeah, that's slurring and shit. I know people could tell I'm not stupid, but you know, I didn't give a fuck at the time.
You just wanted to fucking get your shit.
I mean, I don't know. There's no way to explain it, man. Like,
how do you feel now being clean?
I feel great, dude. I feel like the best. Like,
how hard is it to kick it?
This is a hard, dude. It's the hardest. I couldn't imagine doing anything harder, man. Like, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
You smoking cigarettes? You fucking loser.
Smoking cigarettes, dude, ain't shit, man. Like, people don't understand, dude. Like, that is the hardest fucking thing you'll ever. Even now, dude, I still have trouble with it, man. Like,
I mean, you still take pills occasionally, or like, how's that work?
I got like Subutex or Suboxone and
Who's your arms?
What? I got that's from when we were fucking doing the Astad, when we were doing the car and
that's a tear in your arm.
That's a cut from, and I got fucking grease in that shit, and it got all infected.
That's
like,
not like what you used to have. Bro.
Yeah, but like that's scars and shit, and I'm fucking good. Like I got scars and shit, man. But like that's old. Like look,
come on,
you can feel it.
We're there.
That's like I was just saying, Subutex. That's one fucking shit.
What's
like
that?
the other day. Whenever I was punching walls and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Subutex, yeah, I did. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Don't put a fucking needle in your arm, dude.
But that shit right there, that ain't nothing you can tell, but that's old.
Josh, man, don't put a fucking needle in your arm, dude.
I don't want to, man, but like I was saying, man, shit was just getting to me, man, and fucking Holly coming over, and I can tell she's high and
hang
shit.
out that bitch, man. I'll leave that bitch where the fuck I found her. If I catch you doing fucking junk, dude, I'll whip the shit out of you.
I'll buy a drug test right now. I told Mom the other day because she asked me, and not because Holly was coming over. I was like, I'll go buy a drug test and prove to you, because
the bad part is, I know you're like, oh, Jason whipping the shit out of me versus feeling like shit. You're gonna fucking do shit. So
I wouldn't want to go back to feeling like that, man. Where like you make
You're
your
a
own
slave.
prison for yourself, man. Where you have to have this shit. You can't go do anything. You can't have a life. Like you have to figure out how you're gonna get this shit every day, or else you're gonna fucking feel like you're dying. And you have to have it every day.
just stay. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you to leave your life, man, but please.
I feel good now, man. Like I can
Stay away from that bitch, man. I mean, because she
Yeah,
influences it, and y'all have a relationship
I've
together.
been hanging out with other girls, man. I met some really hot fucking girls lately, dude. And like, I've been hanging out with them, and like, I'm good on Holly, dude. She's fucking crazy.
I love
and a
the shit out of you,
bitch.
man. I want to see you fucking doing that shit, dude.
I don't want to do it, man. Like, it's like, like, I can, like, right now, how it's raining outside, dude, I can feel it, man. Like,
Yeah.
I've been on opiates since
You
for
can hear it, you can
years.
smell it, you can feel it.
Yeah, I can smell shit, I can feel it, dude. I feel good. I can go to sleep at night. I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed, dude, and I feel good. I can eat food, like, I got some strength. I don't, like, need something to wake up and do
Just walk
shit.
around and
I can just
be.
wake up and, like, hey, I feel good and go do shit. Like, tomorrow I'm gonna go with you to go do that shit. You know?
Shrooming.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
shrooming and go fucking, you know.
We're gonna go pick mushrooms tomorrow.
And it's like, you know, it feels good.
Drugs.
There isn't like a prison like I built for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you have to have that shit. You have to figure out how you're gonna get money to get it, and then you got it. But then as you got that, you're gonna be out the next day. So you got to figure out how you're gonna get more, and like your life just revolves around that, and you just can't get out of that cycle, man.
It's vicious as shit, dude.
And like it feels so good just being sober and good, man. And like just once in a while drink or smoke weed occasionally.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
like,
I had to. Do
I need
it.
to drag you into my world, man.
Grab
a beer, Josh.
I was just around some people recently, man, and like I saw that shit, and I have had like a Subutex at the house for a while, man. And like if I didn't do that shit, I was gonna
What's
go buy
a
some.
Subutex for that opiate?
It's like fake. It's how people get off of heroin and shit.
It's like a
Or, like-
methadone type.
Yeah, like that. But if you
I've heard
do
of
it,
that.
it's got blockers and shit in it. And like, I did it for that purpose because like I was gonna go fucking buy some and do it. I really wanted to, man. I was on the verge of doing it. And I just went ahead and just did that shit. So even if I did, I wouldn't have a reason
block
to.
it.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any reason for me.
Subutex.
I did that and took some Klonopin and fucking felt better and didn't want to go do it because dealing with that dude at work, man, and busting my ass at fucking work, dealing with dad going to the hospital and having cancer, dude, mom freaking out on me, Holly fucking coming over being all fucked up, man, and just shit.
And you've been with Holly for like 10 years.
Yeah,
And
it'd be 11 if we were still dating coming up.
and how many of those 10, 11 years were y'all doing dope?
We started dating when I was like 17 and probably half. A little over.
I just spat everywhere, sorry.
4 years, 5 years, 4 years.
Half the
4
fucking time y'all were together, y'all were,
Oh, not dope, but opiates.
I mean, like shooting.
Shooting dope, maybe
Like
like
3.
2 years.
Yeah, okay.
Last 2 years.
It's just, again, man, I'm not judging.
Like-
I just, I'm like, holy fuck, like I couldn't. Whenever I go to the hospital and they're like, oh, we're gonna take blood, I like almost faint. Like
That's what I'm saying, man.
can't.
Like after I used to be like that, man. But like after doing like heroin, just the feeling that you need to get, like needles aren't shit. I'd just be like tearing my arm up. I wouldn't give a fuck. Like it don't matter.
Stabbing
I had a
veins.
big muscle needle one time because that's the only thing I could
like
find.
a long one like that.
It was like big like this and
Thick gauge.
thick gauge,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Not just jabbing that shit in my arm just
You
to
give a
fucking
fuck.
get high. I didn't fucking care. Blood squirting out, man.
Fuck, dude, that's raunchy.
And it's fucked up, man. But like that's how it gets. And like like I never thought I'd be doing that as a kid, man.
What is your? Okay, people are gonna hear this. So what is your advice for other people out there?
Don't fucking do drugs. Like what the fuck? Like I don't know.
Not
man.
drugs, but
I mean, stick to weed, man. And if they legalized weed, man, none of this would have happened. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been around all this other shit. You know, I could go to the fucking store and buy it, and I wouldn't be around all this shit and have people pushing it on me. You know what I mean? Like, don't experiment with hard drugs, because only two things are gonna happen. You're either gonna hate it and get fucking sick and feel like shit and waste your money, or you're gonna love it and get fucking addicted to
or
it.
you're gonna die.
Or you're gonna die, because it like they say, the first time you do it and you like it, you're gonna fucking do it again, and then you're gonna form a fucking habit one way or another, like before work or whenever you get home, and then it's gonna become like a weekend thing, and then every couple day thing, and then a everyday thing, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be feeling like shit when you don't have it, and then you're gonna have a fucking
need it.
yeah, then you're gonna fucking need it, man. All your money's gonna get dumped into it. You're gonna pawn all your shit. You're gonna ruin all your relationships. You're gonna just end up like I never got to the point where I was breaking into houses and shit, but I have plenty of friends that are in jail from that shit, and
So,
I'm a good person, I guess.
period, stay away from opiates.
Stay away from fucking opiates and stay away from coke, because I never like coke. But I know plenty of people. Just stay away from hard drugs, man. Stick with weed and mushrooms and psychedelic shit you can't get hooked on.
Me personally, I've dabbled with opiates.
It's
and
like,
meth
yeah, it used to
and
not
coke.
bother me back in the day. What becomes a problem is whenever you start making it a habit, like before work or before, whenever you get home every day. If you get it once in a
go
while,
bam, bam,
yeah.
3-4 days in a row. Next thing you know, it's a week.
Or whenever you can get it on the regular, and if you do it and you like it, I don't give a fuck what you say. Everybody has said the same fucking thing. I've heard it from everybody, and I heard it as a kid and didn't fucking listen. If you like it, you're gonna end up doing it, and you're gonna do it more, and you're gonna do it more, and then you're gonna start doing it more, and then you're gonna make a fucking habit out of it, and then you're gonna be fucking addicted.
Snorting it, and I gotta shoot it.
It'll fucking turn into that. People think it won't turn into that, but it will progressively turn into that. Every fucking person that I went to school with, every single fucking person that I went to school with that did drugs that's part of our group is either in jail, dead, or
Still doing
strung
it.
out now, or just I rubbed off on them and they're just now quitting right now.
Fuck.
Every fucking one of them, not one motherfucker. No, two people. Taylor, that mixed guy that comes over sometimes with the dog, and Colin, because he moved to Raleigh. And
Yeah,
that's
Colin,
it.
yeah.
And
Colin
Taylor,
was a good stand-up dude,
yeah.
man.
Well, he was, man, but what he did to Desiree was fucked up.
Yeah, it was
but
fucked.
besides that, he's a good guy, man. And then Taylor, he has to take Subutex every day just to stay off of it. And
Well,
Colin, he
I
quit.
apologize. I apologize for like springing this shit on you.
You're good, man. I needed to talk to somebody about it because, like, mom's like, I don't want to hear that shit, and dad's like, huh? What?
Hi.
And like nobody else gives a fuck, man. No one
Well,
cares to hear that
you
shit.
just told 1,000 people probably.
Well, you motherfuckers better fucking listen, because I'm telling you, man, it ain't a road you want to go down.
Well, this
And
is
I'm just saying, dude, you don't think it's going to happen, man, but it will. It will happen to every single person that does it.
This is my little brother. He's 7 years younger than me. I'm 34, and I'm glad you're fucking clean,
But-
dude. You look way better. You're a handsome bastard.
Fucking working
If I were
out, feel
gay, I'd
good,
suck your
dude.
dick. But
I've been getting a lot of girls lately, man. I'll tell you that, dude. I've been taking some testosterone shit and working out, and it's got me like pumped up and in predator.
calm
fucking
down,
mode.
sir. I'm not sucking your dick, okay?
I took Jeremy to get his passport done the other day at fucking UNCW, and I hit on like 4 girls while we were there, and got one girl's number. I got this other dude's girlfriend's number, and she was trying to hang out with me. I feel like a dick. I'm not gonna call her though.
Oh, seriously,
like-
man, you look like noticeably healthier.
I
Like,
was
the
looking-
color in your skin.
I need to get a tan back on me, man, and
Yeah.
everything.
You
I'm
used
gonna
to
get some
tan-
sleep
used to
for a
tan
couple
like-
days,
you used to
man.
tan like
I feel
me,
a lot.
like hard.
I feel like I look like shit right now because I'm busting my ass this week, and the past couple weeks we've been inside working because it's been raining like this.
Yeah. Speaking of the
Feel
rain,
like,
you
I
gonna
hope
play
it
some
ain't raining
pool or
tomorrow.
fucking throw some darts or something?
yeah, sure.
Let's do
Well,
this.
let's fucking drink a beer, man. Smoke a cigarette.
Chill. All right. Appreciate it, y'all.
Wait, one more thing.
One more thing. All right.
Okay, maybe I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, and because I went through that shit, and I'm clean now. I'm 10 times stronger than every one of you motherfuckers out there. They can deal with some real shit. You motherfuckers don't know what hard fucking life is. I didn't even tell you half the shit I did to get some of that shit.
Sucking dicks
No
and
sucking dicks and toes or just fucking
Finger-
tossing salads and shit. I did some fucking ridiculous shit, man. That looking back on, I feel like
so, anyways, he
retarded.
sucked like 6 dicks. All right, y'all be cool. We're out. Ow.